Welcome back to your host GG God, and I'm here with Exos Heroes. I decided to do a quick little overview since the release of the global version is right around the corner. So this is what it looks like in the exploration map. Like normally with Gacha games, it's just click on a location and hit a battle. It'll be battle 3-1 or battle 3-2 or 3-3 and etc. I mean, it's still the same for this game, but you have this like exploration area where you can either, whenever you see these guys here, you're gonna want to take a time to fight them. And I'll show you a little bit of how the combat works in this game. With the Grave Robber, it's all about hit accuracy and getting crits to get his health all the way down so you can get the reward. You have a certain amount of hits, and then if not, he just runs away. I'm just going to put it on auto. Like, hopefully we should be able to take him out. Doesn't look like I have a full team. I think I forgot to equip somebody. Looks like we're doing a good job. Might be able to oh no, he's gone. So yeah, that's what it looks like when you don't get him, and then you don't get anything. But he's still he's just gonna get a head start there. Hold on, I'm missing someone. So we're gonna go back to the airship. The airship's like the main screen, base of operations, where you pick all the other, where you see the most of the menu, pick where you want to go. So I'm gonna go to team. There's a front and a back row, and your characters or heroes, they have penalties depending on where you put them. There's a recommended, which he's recommended in the back row, and then there's people who are recommended in the front. And if they're not in the right row, they can incur a penalty for not being in the right row. So you need to keep track of that. Each section of the main story has their own exploration area. And the more you progress throughout the game, the more it's unlocked. Like each area has their own like little capital area that you can go to explore. And in this area, there's more events like the WAG Run Fest, mini games, the events, the online rewards. Like that's where you can find them. Try this Grave Robber again. Like he just like I think I'm in an area that I left off that I should have been grinding, because this is a good sign that I'm a little weak for the area if I can't even like beat this dude. And that's another thing, this game, you'll quickly realize that there's content that you cannot clear. It'll happen fast, the game will tell you. You'll see a hard or very hard when you try to attempt the level. And what you would do is basically just stop and start to explore that area, and then just grind that area out until you level up. You get some weapons and materials that you can exchange out for ones you currently have. And I'll show you that menu after this. If we can close it out. Nope, still couldn't close it out. It was close that time. But yeah, I think I just need to, I would need to have grinded a little bit more in this area to level up. So you go to exploration, and then you see that there is a online exploration, which I'll show you how that looks. Oh, I need more heroes slots. Yeah, I'm gonna, well, essentially the online exploration is you do an idle exploration where you're online and you just go throughout the area that you're in and you grind in that. I would do it in the most recent area, and you just grind that area out. You gain experience. It basically shows you right here what you would get. And then I would just grind out my energy and then come back once, you know, and check on it and see how much experience I got and what, you know, weapons I can swap out, and that would increase your power. Or you can do the offline version, which basically just turns the game off, and then while the game is off, you can still, you know, gain experience, which is a pretty cool feature for people who don't have all day to play their gacha games, which I don't know who that is. It's not me. I play all game. I play all day, every day. Go hard. It's a hard knock life for free to play. Anyway, yeah, let me see the story here. I think there's a story right over here. Show you the combat. Well, it says easy, so guess I am strong enough. I just suck at fighting that grave robber right now for some reason. Right, so each mission for each story quest has conditions that you can complete to get your 3 stars. So it says break, seer, and break 4 times. So what they mean by that is if you look above the heads next to the life bars, you see that there are these question marks, and the question marks indicate a break. If you break, you will get the question mark revealed for what color the break was for. So it's not green. Let's see if it's blue. Not blue. Let's see if it's red. It's not red. Let's see if it's machine. Like, what could this possibly be? Alright. Just gonna clear this. But yeah, breaking is very important because it essentially stuns that character while they're broke, and you do more damage. So you're gonna wanna break often and early. Cleared that wave. So the bosses in this game are get to the point where they're extremely hard if you do not break. You must break. And it's obviously the the question marks are something that I do not have. They're a color that I don't currently have, so it's also incumbent upon you to develop a well-rounded team so you can swap out and be efficient on your breaks as often as possible. So to use moves in this combat system as well, you need to have your energy bar, which is below your health bar over here on the lower right corner here. You need to have enough of those bars filled, which you get based on if you attack, if they attack you. There's some skills that are some, passives that allow you to gain energy in different methods. Especially like with Sabrina, she'll gain energy by defeating people. I mean, her animations are just like amazing. Basically, it's as amazing as she is. I'll talk about that a little bit later. See if I can get through this. I really find his animation annoying. Just seeing it over and over again. The first time was cool. Just seeing this thing over and over again, him just like punching people and sitting on a chair. I kind of get tired of that. Wish there was something you could do about the animations after a while. This dude looks like he's doing a lot of damage, but he's a tank, so he's not doing anything. I started working on this dude because he appeared to do a lot of damage with this move. It's like a really good single target. But overall, I'm not really sure if that character is worth it. But yeah, that's the combat in a nutshell. Really wish I could show you breaks. Okay, so I'm here in Experience Sanctum, and I'll go into team, so I had to swap out to enter because it needed. So I swapped out her so I can get 2 out of 2 light or darkness. And then he gives her right here, there's a warning because she's not, I guess, efficient in the front row. But I'm just gonna show you guys combat breaks. So she's dark, so you see I revealed that he has 2 dark breaks. So if you hit this character with a dark character, it'll break. If I hit that character with a light character again, he'll break. So I'll show you the break. So this dude's broke. And he'll take additional damage. And for 6 turns, which is 6 individual turns, not like 6 rounds, he'll be out of commission. And she just does massive damage regardless. Probably one of the best units in the game. Sabrina. Character has like one of the most wonky animations for their attacks I've ever seen. At least in this game. So he's broken. He's basically done for the day. I'm about to wrap this up. Yeah, definitely won't be interested in wrapping it up because he barely does damage. Won't be her because she's a healer. Oh, here we go. Time to go night night. No, he's still alive. Wow. It's pretty tanky. He needs a boss. Like bosses have like redonkulous health. Like essentially taking me like 2 free rounds of hits on him. Nope. He's just gonna help heal himself. He cleansed for some reason. Pretty interesting strategy AI. Like auto attacking, wrap this up. Hurry up! Alright, now he's dead. Yeah, so that's the combat. That's what it looks like if you get a break. Now, let's talk about the units a little bit, or the heroes. And I'm gonna go over who I initially recommend if you see that you get like on your first roll. I would recommend working on Scarlet. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to get some Scarlets. I'll show you the summon rates, but the summon rates are your standard, you know, for the highest tier character, it's going to be 2%, and so on and so forth. So it's a standard, and you're going to need dupes in this game. I didn't know that. You're going to need dupes, so that's going to be a long road. And this game is designed for grinding. But it's a good game. It's a fun game. There's a lot of things to do. So it should be entertaining grind. But yeah, I recommend Scarlet. Definitely Sabrina. She's faded, so she's going to be a 2% rate. Like if you get Sabrina, like that's a good account. Like keep that account. That's a good start. If you want to re-roll for someone, Sabrina would definitely be someone to re-roll for. This is Mahar. He's all right. He's a tank, and I don't know if they were just giving him out or giving his fake core out, but I just so happened to get the fake core for him, which is essentially a glorified costume. Add some stats and it changes the animations and the I think the effects of the attacks. So that's another cool feature in the game. So now you gotta. It's always nice to gender swap men into waifus in game. I'm always for that. I'd recommend Spica too. She's good. Good ice unit. Valar, I'm not. Like, I use Valar because I don't really have any greens. Or any greens that are better. And I just kept using them and just kept using them to the point where it's just like, yeah, he was one of my main characters. I mean, he has a good single target attack. But he doesn't have any effects on his skills. So it's kind of like there's probably better units elsewhere to put your effort into. Sybil, she's free. You get her through the story. She can be useful. Talia's good. Liffy is definitely good. It's just that she's rare, so her stats aren't gonna be, useful after a while, even after you put work into her. And then, like, now we're just going into, more rares, rares are essentially fodder for. Yeah, the rares and most 4 stars that you get in this game are gonna be fodder for your faded and your really good 4 stars, your legendaries. So keep that in mind. So as always, you have a enhancement system, so you can plus them. And then plussing enables you to transcend. Oh no, transcending is plussing, sorry. Yeah, so transcending is plussing, which enables you to bless. And then blessing requires max level and such. And then there's equipment. Equipment is a good amount of your progression in your power. So you're going to want to swap those out frequently for better equipment, enhance them. That'll add to your power. So that's a few units that I would recommend. There aren't many that are just like game breaking as Sabrina. Sabrina's game breaking. You'd want to get Sabrina. I was just lucky enough to just have a taste on her. I was just lucky enough to have a chance of, getting a player on this Korean version. Hopefully I get these units I have here, most of the units I have here again in the global version. That would even be, I'd be pretty lucky and pretty fortunate if that were to happen again. I want to show you, like, let's verify. So I'm going to verify the recruitment rates. So yeah, faded's 2%, legendary 7.5, and you're gonna be getting rares all the goddamn time. Alright, so that's what it looks like when you get hyped. Magi. But most of the time with recruitment, you're gonna be getting like a bunch of 2 stars and 1 stars and stuff like that just to feed the characters. So it probably is best suited to wait for banners for characters that you want. You know, typical gacha stuff. I mean, anyone that's down on games like this, they just don't like them. You know, you just don't like gacha games, and that's fine if you don't like them. You know, just don't, you know, bring everyone else down because we like them and we don't think they're that bad. You know, like, yeah, they're grindy, yeah, they're unfair, but, you know, you play it until you don't find it funny anymore and then you just move on. It's not like a lifelong game. They're definitely not designed to play for forever. Ooh, a login. But yeah, this was Exos Heroes. It's right around the corner, May 28th, the release date. Just wanted to go over a few things. Of course, I'm gonna have more in-depth, you know, guides and gameplay once the game releases globally. See if there's any like changes, because I'm sure they'll change things, and I'm sure we'll be behind in quality of life features and etc. But until then, it's been your host, Gigi God. This has been Exos Heroes. Have a great Memorial Day, and see you on release day. Goodbye.